In case you forgot part 1 of this trip vlog, now that we're all caught up, a live Dixieland-style band welcomed us to Pirates of the Caribbean. The line was medium, but even with the new entrance, the line still snaked up and down the riverfront. Tarzan's treehouse is closed for good. Who knows what it will be? Pirates has undergone a lot of changes over the years, and while some changes seem forced, it's important to note that ever since the movies came out, Disney is trying to change the image of their pirates from black hearts and really bad eggs, like the song says, to heroes worthy of film. As such, they've removed references to pirates selling people into slavery and hinting at sexual assault, which were previously shown in the ride. Yes, they might be rewriting history, but it's safer for the kids without that. We stopped at the Hungry Bear for beignets. This is the only place you can get them now that the Mint Julep bar has closed for refurbishment. They're not as fresh here, but they are still the messiest dessert you can buy on Disney property. Jungle Cruise!
And right in front of you is our most beautiful view in the entire jungle!
The cruise now features an homage to the Jungle Cruise boat that sank a couple years ago. Any excuse for another dad joke, right? I want to pause now and talk about where we stayed. The Candy Cane Inn has recently undergone refurbishment, and it's absolutely charming. The rooms are small but clean, and you don't need more than a place to sleep anyway. Super close to the park. Those are the Finns from Cars Land, but we never heard any noise. Free breakfast, and the attendants are so good. I watched one appear and wipe up a drop of juice, then disappear back into the corner. No tray was ever allowed to go empty. The variety was fair for such a small place. On the day we checked out, I saw 3 people caring for the landscape and 1 washing the bricks that make up the driveway. In short, I could tell that the employees really care and do a great job at maintaining this property. And seeing that free shuttle pull up at the end of the day is a really nice perk, even though it is only a 10-minute walk from the Candy Cane to the entrance to the parks. I would stay there again in a heartbeat. This one goes out to my friend Mad-Eye Moody, who said she'd be really jealous if I ate a raspberry macaron at the Jolly Holiday Bakery. Well, be jealous. The Haunted Mansion has always been a favorite of mine. I love every knocking door and floating instrument and all the other little details, each one designed to show that one of the 999 ghosts that live in this house are pulling a little prank on you as you go by. And if I may turn the phrase, they seem to be living it up in their afterlife. Every time I ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, I get a reminder that it's not a little kid coaster. That thing is fast. The parade was so fun, and Miguel waved and smiled right at me from the Cocoa Float. Cocoa Float. Sounds yummy. There were new favorite characters, as well as some old favorite characters, some quirky characters in the crowd. This is one of those activities we don't get to do with kids. The Disneyland Marching Band was out and about doing their thing. One of my wife's favorite rides is Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. She says she feels like she's right there. It's so immersive. But every once in a while, there's something that is not so amazing. This time, Indiana Jones was trapped on his rope, waiting for the ball to come. I'm going to speed things up. Okay, and there we go.
Tourists. Why did it have to be tourists?
Pro tip for the Bengal barbecue. The Banyan beef skewer is spicy hot. The Bengal beef skewer is sweet. I ordered 3 Banyan and only 1 Bengal. Also, the meal is not worth it. Rise of the Resistance was down for most of the day, but when we finally got to board, the wait was worth it. Most of the effects are just so good. You can see the laser blast making holes in the walls and ceilings. I don't know how they do that. This is an example of Disney's finest work as far as rides go. But there are so many moving parts to this ride that sometimes it fails. For example, these guns you go past in your cart used to move forward and backward, and your cart dodged them while they were firing out the ray-shielded portholes. That hasn't happened since the very first time that I rode this ride, and we broke down right after that and had to be escorted off the ride. So I understand why they don't do those anymore, but I miss them. All in all, it's still amazing what Disney can do. We went for Dole Whips after this, and my wife branched out and got a mango flavored. So delicious. I got some strawberry concoction, which was not worth the trouble. Next was Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. My wife spent the whole ride trying to sabotage my score by spinning us at inopportune moments. You just wait till next time. Autopia is only fun for people who didn't have to drive to the park.
You're doing great, hon.
And until Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Rewind came into being, Space Mountain was my all-time favorite Disney ride. I still love it. We watched projections on Small World. I was surprised by how good they were. The show included a full rendition of We Don't Talk About Bruno. Finding Nemo Submarine Adventure is always fun unless you're claustrophobic or afraid of animated sharks, I guess. We were so exhausted by this point of the night, and we were making fun of each other for wanting to go home, and neither of us wanted to be the first to say we were done. But finally our pride gave way to our exhaustion, and we agreed that we wouldn't make fun of each other for being too weak to stay at the park until they shut it down.
Technically, we could stay for another hour and a half before they dragged us out, but we are dead tired. My feet hurt really bad, and it's kind of misty. That wouldn't drive us away, but my feet hurting. That really does.
We had a great time. We can't wait to go back. We're already planning our next visit.